Well, hi again. You know, I got into this thing thinking about perception versus reality, and there's an example I'd like to give you. A few years ago, my wife had to go on a business trip, and I had some time on my hands, and so I tagged along with her. And we went out there. She had to be there early on Monday morning, so we went out on Sunday, and we got checked into the hotel, and we decided we'd go out and have a nice dinner. So we find this restaurant, we go there, order something, blah, 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 and I say to the waitress, oh, by the way, we will need separate checks. My wife was on an expense account, and I wasn't, of course. Well, anyway, the waitress gave me the funniest look, and I couldn't figure it out at the time. And in fact, after our meal, when she came and brought us the separate checks, again, she gave me this kind of a dirty look. And I couldn't figure out why. It's like, had I done something wrong? Well, anyway, we were back at the hotel after dinner, and finally it occurred to me. It was Mother's Day. And I hadn't realized it. My wife hadn't realized it. But then it dawned on me that that waitress probably thought I was the biggest cheapskate in the universe, making my wife pay for her own dinner on Mother's Day. Now, my wife and I, we don't have any kids, and both of our mothers have passed away. And so it had completely escaped us that it was Mother's Day. So, anyway, the point of this is that sometimes you can't be too quick to judge because you never really know what's actually happening, even right in front of you. So, every now and then my wife and I will think about that. And as I'm recording this, tomorrow was Mother's Day, so now we kind of make a point we don't go out to eat on Mother's Day at all. So, so anyway, just be careful you don't judge too quickly. You know, more realistically, it's like since I had the stroke, you know, I move very awkwardly. You can't really see it on these videos, but you know, I really don't walk very well, and you know, I use a cane and all that. And a lot of times people will see me and they come to the conclusion that I must be completely mentally impaired. That because I walk very stiffly and awkwardly, that I can't talk. And they're rather surprised when I'm able to actually articulate, you know, and say hello and order my own food in restaurants and that. Just like the opposite thing, people who see me in these videos, I've gotten some feedback. People saying, "You sure that guy's had a stroke? Because he, you know, he actually looks pretty good." But believe me, I've had a stroke. So that's a cautionary tale for all of us, myself included, not to jump to too many conclusions based on what we perceive versus what's really going on. So, if you had any incidents like that in your own life, times when people jumped to a conclusion that was completely wrong, I'd love to hear about it. So, anyway, thanks again for watching. Welcome to my new subscribers. I've picked up a few lately. I greatly appreciate that. So, give me a like, send me a comment, send me an email, tell your friends, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks a lot.